Good morning, students. Before we start the exercise 10.2, there are a few topics I want to explain you about these topics. The first is unit vector. See, as the name itself tells, unit vector means a vector whose magnitude is 1 unit, whose length is 1 unit. Suppose there is a vector A, it is A to B, then the unit vector will be A cap, and it is the vector divided by the magnitude of the vector. Now, because unit vector is having one component, so it is also used for showing the direction of the vector. For example, if I take this, you see this is x-axis, this is y-axis, you have read it in the 11th class, and this is z-axis. And if we move one unit this side, then this is a unit vector and it is denoted by I cap. If you are moving one unit this side, it is denoted as J cap, and if you are moving this side, it is denoted as K cap. It means, if suppose we have a vector here 3 I cap, 2 J cap and 7 K cap. It means 3 unit in the x-axis, we have to move 3 units towards x-axis, 2 units towards y-axis and 7 units towards z-axis. In the coordinate geometry, the coordinate of this point is this one. Now, what is the meaning of this A vector? If you join origin with this point 3, 2, 7, then this will, suppose this is a P point, then this A denotes the vector OP. That is the meaning of IJK system. Once more I am saying, if the coordinate of P is 3, 2, 7, and if you join the origin to 3, 2, 7, then this denotes the vector O to P. Here the starting point is, that is the initial point is O and the terminal point is P, and it is denoted by vector A. Now, what is the meaning of unit vector in the direction of A? So it is, you find the magnitude of the A. So the magnitude of the A will be, now I am explaining you here, the magnitude of A will be 3 ka square plus 2 ka square plus 7 ka square. So the magnitude will be 9 plus 4 plus 49. Please see this part nicely. So in this way we find the magnitude of the vector in the IJK system, and if you add it, it will be 63 and it is root sign. So what will be the unit vector in the direction of A, that is A cap? The answer will be 3I plus 2J cap plus 7K cap divided by root 63. So in this way we calculate a unit vector for any vector which is in the form IJK form. And I hope you all understood that what is the meaning of this vector. Again I am explaining you, the meaning of this vector is, if you join the origin, this is the origin, to this point, then that particular line denotes the vector O to P, or we say vector A or vector B or vector C, any other vector. So that is the meaning of the unit vector as well as the IJK system. Now the second topic is the addition of the vector. So I am explaining you the second topic now. Now addition of two vectors. Suppose one vector is A to B, that is AB vector. The second vector is BC, that is B to C. Now in this, the terminal point of the first vector is the initial point for the second vector. So here vector AB plus vector BC is equal to, if you are going from A to B and B to C, it is equally good for A to C. So it is AB plus BC is equal to AC. You can understand this with the help of displacement, that if you are moving from A to B and B to C, and the second person is moving from A to C, so the both are equally good. The displacement of both will be equal, but the distance will be different. Here if I take this as vector A and this as vector B and this is vector C, then we can say here that vector A plus vector B is equal to vector C. But the vector A magnitude plus vector B magnitude will not be equal to vector C magnitude. This is known as triangle law of vector. This particular thing is known as triangle law of vector addition. Vector addition. Now what is the meaning of this triangle law? That if you go from A to B and B to C, that is equal to A to C, but the magnitude will not be equal, because you have already studied in the triangle the property that sum of two sides is always greater than the third side. So here it will not be equal. So that is the second topic. It is the addition of the vector, and in this the first important part is the triangle law. Now I am taking the next law is parallelogram law of vector addition. You see, what is it? Suppose there is a vector A, it is O to A. There is another vector B, it is O to B point. Now if I complete a parallelogram, that is, if I draw this and if I complete a parallelogram like this, and suppose I name this as C point, then this diagonal OC will be equal to vector A plus vector B. See, this is vector A, this is vector B. So when this is vector B, this will also be vector B. So what will be according to the triangle law now? That it is A plus B is equal to OC, and we can denote this as the vector C. So we can say that if A and B are adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the diagonal will be the sum of these two vectors. The diagonal will be A plus B. That is the parallelogram law of addition. Now the addition of the vector has some properties, and the first part is that vector A plus vector B is equal to vector B plus vector A. How it is? Now see, this is vector A, and if I take this one, it will also be vector A. So A plus B is also vector C, and B plus A is also vector C. So that is the important property in the vector addition. The second property is A plus B plus C is equal to vector A plus vector B plus vector C. This is known as the distributive property. That is also satisfying here. The next property is vector A plus 0 vector will be vector A itself. That is the next property. And the fourth, this is additive identity, and the next property is additive inverse. Additive inverse is vector A minus vector A is equal to a null vector. So that is the additive inverse for this. There is one more part, and it is the scalar multiplication of a vector. If we multiply this vector A by any scalar quantity, then what is the meaning of this? The meaning is that if the length of this magnitude of vector A is 7 unit, then the magnitude of the lambda A vector will be lambda times of the 7. That is the meaning of the scalar multiplication of the vector. So these are some properties of the addition of the vector. I will use all these things in the exercise when I explain you the exercise 10.2. Now we are starting the exercise 10.2. Yes, the first problem is in exercise 10.2, the first problem is compute the magnitude of this vector. So as I told you that the magnitude of this vector is root the scalar component, it is 1 ka square plus 1 ka square plus 1 ka square. So the answer is root 3. So by using this formula, we can find the magnitude of any vector which is in the form I, j and k, and as I told you, I means 1 unit in the direction of x-axis, j means 1 unit in the direction of y-axis, and k means 1 unit in the direction of z-axis. The second problem is write two different vectors having the same magnitude. Now if I take a is equal to 3i minus 2j and vector b equals to 2i plus 3j, these two vectors. Definitely these two vectors are totally different, but what will be the magnitude of A? The magnitude of A will be 3 ka square and minus 2 square. So it is 9 plus 4, root 13. And what will be the magnitude of B vector? The magnitude of B vector will be 2 square plus 3 square. So that will also be root 13. So we can tell that these are the two vectors, they are totally different but their magnitude is same. The third problem is write two vectors having the same direction. See this now, third problem. One vector is 3i cap. Yes, you can write the cap here by default. 3i cap, and the second vector is 7i cap. Now what is the direction of this vector? 3 unit on the x-axis, and this is 7 unit on the x-axis in direction of x-axis. So these two vectors having the different magnitude but their direction is same. Question number 4, comparison of two vectors. Question number 4 says that if 2i cap and 3j cap equals to xi cap and yj cap, then what is the value of x? So definitely the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 3. So in this way we can find the value of x and y. So here these are the first 4 important sums. Please revise these nicely. In the next video I will take the problems from exercise 10.2 sum number 5 onwards. Thank you.